So the Forethought Group is a business that we've established on the basis of already existing investments and businesses that we've established over the past 5 years or so. So in 2018, we started Forethought Africa with the purpose of being a consultancy that espouses and that directs its energy, towards being at the center of business and society. So over the years, we've then been able to build value for clients and partners in a way that mutually creates value for both the businesses and stakeholders. And with that, we've also understood that businesses don't just exist for the sake of themselves, but they also exist for the sake of creating value for their stakeholders. More specifically, the item of being intersectional between business and society has been at the core of how we've been able to grow and subsequently being able to establish the Forethought Group. So the Forethought Group is a group of companies which is based on Forethought Africa, Forethought Capital, Embedding Impact, and other investments that we've made in the infrastructure space. So at the moment, we've decided that it makes sense to combine the vision for the group and to align a common thread across all the businesses that we've been working with and the investments that we're working with to achieve the same goal of being intersectional at the business at the intersectional between the center of business and society. Forethought Group aims to be an Afrocentric and a very dynamic business that centers itself in its ability to create value for community and society especially. And our vision is to grow our investments in the infrastructure space, especially in the area of energy, in the area of water, agriculture, and also, future forward technologies. And that is something that is quite important in how we are approaching solutions for the African continent. And so being Afrocentric is at the center of what we would like to be as a business. There are so many challenges within the African continent, and we do believe that solutions for those challenges lie within the African continent and the people within the African continent. And our work tends to focus more on understanding what the stakeholders are able to bring to the table and what the stakeholders are able to bring forward as solutions. And so we've built a track record of a body of work in supporting clients, mainly corporates in various sectors, but also we've been able to intersect and interact with various stakeholders, including society and members of the community, for which some of the projects programs are done for, and therefore they become part and parcel of the solutions that we create. So as what makes Forethought Group different is that at the center of the co-founders of the business ourselves, we set ourselves out to already be central to the solutions or to be central to the proposition of value that comes through to society. And so our approach is always going to be creating value and proposing solutions that we ourselves believe, as opposed to making propositions and making suggestions for things that we ourselves, would not necessarily be part of. So part of the value proposition that we have and what sets ourselves apart is that, one, we provide practicable and realistic approach to solutions, problems, methodologies, but we are also measured in looking at data and information to support the propositions that we take for for any kind of solution that we have. So, for example, in infrastructure, we believe that infrastructure is a catalyst for change in society and especially economic change, and therefore whatever potential for community ownership or participation needs to be considered on the basis that such participation has been engaged with the primary stakeholder or society. So we've worked over the couple of years with various clients within the infrastructure space, renewable energy within the extractive industries, financial services, so broadly across the spectrum of industry. And what we've been able to do is to sit within strategic focal points of organizations and corporates to point them to where a business or a corporate could drive its agenda in terms of value creation. So by that we mean its value that's created in terms of its financial performances, but also value that it creates in terms of being central to creating value for its stakeholders, whether it's customers or service providers within this the value chain, but also society and communities for which some of these products and services are designed for. So we are very proud of the fact that over the past 5 years, our business has grown and being recognized as a very key advisor in terms of advisory work, in terms of area of community development, impact measurement and management, infrastructure investments, and particularly around community participation. So these are some of the things that we are really proud of, but we also have other bigger successes that we've achieved, including having been able to initiate and invest in our own initiatives within the infrastructure space, which they themselves have created a lot of value for ourselves as the business, but they've also created value for our other stakeholders. Okay, to tell a little bit more about Forethought as a group and what we've been able to achieve, we have 3 distinct businesses. Forethought Capital, Forethought Africa, Embedding Impact. And basically Forethought Capital has been an advisory and a transaction consulting business. But over the period, we've been able to support clients who would like to develop their own projects, who would like to have some input, both technical and financial, that determines the progress that they can make in their own investments, and we've been able to support and to contribute towards those investments. Forethought Africa is also a strategy-focused advisory and consultancy, and we started with Forethought Africa as a business that enabled us to do what we wanted. When we started the business, we wanted to make sure that we are at the forefront of transformational access, to the economy through the work that we've done. And so the way that we've supported clients in Forethought Africa is through advisory work, but we've also been involved a lot in crafting strategies with clients to enable them to move forward in their ways of driving the value creation they would like for their clients. Embedding Impact is an impact measurement and management consultancy. We find ourselves in the niche of IMM, but also focused on impact investments. We develop a lot of impact frameworks, but also impact strategies for clients. We enable clients to also measure intangible and countable ways what impact they've created through their own investments using methodologies such as social return on investment. And those methodologies enable us to be able to put a number to an outcome or to a social or an environmental outcome. And so these are ways in which we've been able to drive forward the value that we create through our businesses.